Welcome to Middle East Headlines, brought to you by Levant TV. The White House will next week host the head of Iraq's autonomous Kurdish region, Massud Barzani, a frontline ally in the fight against the Islamic State militants. Saudi Arabia's aging King Salman has merged the royal court with that of his new heir, further streamlining administration a day after a shake-up in the line of succession. The Saudi Defense Ministry says 3 Saudi soldiers and dozens of Yemeni rebels were killed overnight after the rebels and other supporters launched a cross-border attack on the kingdom. The World Health Organization says just over a month of fighting in Yemen has left nearly 1,250 people dead in a conflict affecting 7.5 million people. And the United Nations envoy to Libya, Bernardino Leon, is eyeing a new draft peace deal between warring parties after they expressed major doubts about his latest offering. Now let's have a look at top headlines in today's newspapers in the Middle East. Starting with the Egypt Independent, which leads reporting that rights groups slammed an official visit to Spain by Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, saying he should be shunned for his authoritarian rule rather than courted for business deals. The paper also reports that Israel's armed forces see a growing threat in instant messaging apps, both to battlefield secrecy and to the privacy of women soldiers. From Beirut, the Daily Star leads reporting that the Lebanese army has arrested 14 Syrian refugees in the northern district of Zgharta over lack of identity documents and other suspicions. The paper also reports that Turkish police put Istanbul under a security lockdown to thwart unauthorized demonstrations on a tense May Day, with roads to the center shut and public transport severely restricted. From the UAE, the Khalij Times leads reporting that the Gulf Cooperation Council insisted that talks on ending Yemen's conflict be brokered by the regional body and held in Riyadh, rather than a neutral venue as sought by Iran. The paper also reports that a Pakistani court has sentenced 10 militants to life in prison for their involvement in the 2012 attack on teenage activist Malala Yousafzai. And now let's have a look at the papers here in London. The Telegraph leads reporting that Ethiopian immigrants clashed with Israeli security forces near Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's home in Jerusalem late on Thursday, after a protest against police racism descended into violence. Riot police equipped with water cannons cordoned off Mr. Netanyahu's residence in Balfour Street after around 1,000 demonstrators marched there to voice anger over video footage showing officers beating an Israeli soldier of Ethiopian origin in an apparently unprovoked attack. The Guardian leads Middle East news section reporting that a letter demanding an immediate end to hostilities in Yemen was delivered to 10 embassies in The Hague. Delegates from the Women's Power to Stop War conference held in the city this week delivered letters to the embassies of Britain, the United States, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Yemen, Russia, China, Germany, Egypt and France, and to representatives of the European Commission in the Netherlands, outlining 7 demands. Also from the UK, the Independent leads Middle East news section reporting that a cross-border attack on Saudi Arabia by Yemeni rebel forces resulted in late-night clashes that left 3 Saudi soldiers and dozens of Yemeni rebel deaths. According to the Saudi Defense Ministry, a ministry statement said that a group of Yemen's Shiite rebels attacked border posts and control points in the southern Saudi province of Najran. And now let's have a look at international papers. Germany's Deutsche Welle reports that the US Navy is to accompany US trade ships during their transit through the Strait of Hormuz in the Persian Gulf, aiming to prevent interference from Iran. US defense officials said the decision to begin accompanying US commercial vessels was based on a recommendation by US Central Command, which is responsible for US military operations in the Middle East. And finally, China's Global Times reports that fighter jets of the Saudi-led coalition forces launched several rounds of airstrikes on military sites and 2 hotels controlled by the Shiite Houthi group in Yemen's southern port city of Aden, killing at least 14 people. That's all for now. For more updates, please visit levant.tv. Thanks for watching and bye for now.